Ladies and gentlemen, may we all rise in honor of the bride. This is a wonderful occasion in joining Alicia and Fernando in the union of marriage. And who gives this bride to be?
Her mother and I.
Thank you, sir. Fernando, may you receive your bride and bring her forward. Thank you. Thanks, and you may be seated. Now, Alicia, Fernando, the two of you have had separate paths that led you to this very moment. Those individual experiences, Fernando, that has molded you to be the man that you are standing here for Alicia. And the same for you. It's your individual experiences that have led you to become the woman that you are here, standing before Fernando. And the unity candle later on in the ceremony will represent exactly that. Your two lives becoming now one through marriage. Now, if there's a few things that I hope would carry along its way with the two of you throughout your journey in marriage, it would be that from the heart, to have the ability to listen, learn, and love. Listen to one another, what it is that they have to offer, and what makes them feel whole and part of this relationship. And secondly, the ability to learn. Learn what it takes to help the other fulfill every desire, every wish, every dream, and goal that they may have. And lastly, the ability to love. To love unconditionally, which means no strings attached. It's an ongoing love. And this is the type of love that I hope the two of you wish to express to one another each and every day. Keeping in mind, Fernando, that Alicia's happiness will be more important than yours. And the same for you, Alicia, that Fernando's happiness will be more important than yours. And with that in mind, and in your hearts, I'm pretty sure your lives together will be everything that you want it to be. So with that said, Fernando, I'll ask you first. With your presence here today, alongside Alicia, do you take her as your wife and promising to love, honor, cherish, and respecting her always, allowing nothing or no one to come between the two of you? Do you take her as your wife?
Yes, I do.
Thank you, sir. Alicia, I'll ask you the same. With your presence here today, alongside Fernando, do you take him as your husband and promising to love, honor, cherish, and respecting him always, allowing nothing or no one to come between the two of you? Do you take Fernando as your husband?
I do.
Thank you. At this time, may I have you take the bouquet from the bride? And if you could turn and face each other, hold each other's hands. Now, looking into each other's eyes, you will see the very reason why you are here today, proving that there is no one more important than who stands before you. So, Fernando, I'll have you go first in repeating your vows. I, Fernando, take you, Alicia,
I, Fernando, take you, Alicia,
to be my wife.
to be my wife.
I will be there for you,
I will be there for you.
through good times and bad times.
For through,
Through good times and bad times.
for good times and bad times.
Whether we are rich or poor.
We are, we are, whether we are rich or poor,
Through laughter and tears.
through laughter and tears,
In sickness and in health.
in sickness and through health.
I will love and cherish you.
I will love and cherish you.
I give you my pledge.
I will give you my pledge.
Thank you, sir. Now, Alicia, looking into his eyes, I'll have you repeat your vows. I, Alicia, take you, Fernando,
I, Alicia, take you, Fernando,
to be my husband.
to be my husband.
I will stand beside you
I will stand beside you
through success or misfortune,
through success or misfortune,
through the joys and sorrows of life,
through the joys and sorrows of life,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
through laughter and tears.
through laughter and tears.
I will love and cherish you.
I will love and cherish you.
I give you my pledge.
I give you my pledge.
Thank you. Now at this time, may I have the rings, please? Thank you, sir. Thank you. Now these rings the two of you have selected, they're not only tokens, but they're symbols of the very love and devotion that the two of you are expressing here today. And my hope is that in every day, wearing these rings may remind you of exactly that promise and that pledge. And in time, these rings may lose beauty, but I hope that the two of you value and take honor in wearing these rings for what they truly represent. And through your friends and family, the beauty will shine through you both. And the two of you will be a wonderful example to all. So Fernanda, taking her ring, if you could place it upon her ring finger and repeat after me. With this ring,
With this ring,
I seal my promise
I seal my promise.
to be your faithful and loving husband.
What was that?
To be your faithful and loving husband.
Fingers too.
To be your faithful and loving husband.
And I feel so honored
And I feel so for honored
to call you my wife.
to call you my wife.
Thank you, sir. Alicia, taking his ring, if you could place it upon his ring finger, and if you could please repeat. With this ring,
With this ring,
I seal my promise
I seal my promise
to be your faithful and loving wife.
to be your faithful and loving wife.
And I feel so honored
And I feel so honored
to call you my husband.
to call you my husband.
That's right.
Now at this time, if I could have you step over to the unity candle. And as I mentioned before, the two of you each had individual paths that led you to this point. And that's what your individual tapers represent. And in lighting the center candle, you'll be uniting your two lives into one in marriage. And not only yourselves, but that of your families as well. So if I could have you take a hold of your individual taper and light the center candle at the same time. Also symbolizing that you'll be now creating a new journey with new memories. If I could have you turn and blow out your individual taper. And I'll invite you back to the front of the podium. Now, Alicia and Fernando, if you love somebody, you'll be loyal to them no matter what the cost. You will always stand beside them. You will always trust them. And you will stand your ground in defending them no matter what. Now, there's a saying that I like to leave with the two of you. And it says, don't walk in front of me. I may not follow. Don't walk behind me. I may not lead. But walk beside me as a friend. Because after all, that's what the two of you are going to continue to build together. Is a deeper, richer, stronger friendship built upon the foundation, your relationship, that you already have. So the 29th of September, a day that will now mark your anniversary. It certainly has been a pleasure to be part of this celebration, with friends and family as witnesses. The two of you have showed your intentions by the exchanging of your vows and the exchanging of your rings. Therefore, with the power vested in me by the state of Nevada, it is my honor and my privilege to now be able to pronounce you as husband and wife. Fernando, you may now kiss your wife's ring. Ladies and gentlemen, their first dance. The bouquet for the bride? Return to face your guests. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Ambrose, the newlyweds.